Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to GameStar TV. I'm your host, Crisis, and we're bringing you our coverage of the ZOWIE GameStar Overwatch League. It's the final week of qualifying. The playoffs tonight are the last of the playoffs before league finals that come up on the 6th of August. And tonight, teams are playing for seedings into those league finals. The top 8 have pretty much been decided, but there's some shuffling that can be done down in the lowest seeds. And seeding, of course, is very important, not just for your matchups, but also the top seed will get first choice of which quarterfinal slot they have and which semi-final slot they take. And that is because we are going to be covering every single match in the league finals starting at 12 p.m. AEST right here on GameStar TV 1 on Saturday, the 6th of August. Well, we've had all of the games get played so far in the quarterfinals, and we are now heading on into the semifinals. Let's take a quick look at the bracket as it stands, Bobby J. And man, there was a tough match between Jam Gaming and Chiefs Esports Club, and unfortunately, Jam Gaming knocked out.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate that they met in the quarterfinals because Chiefs didn't play last week, so that means they had to re-qualify. And since they re-qualified as the number 1 team, you're going to verse seed number 4 of the auto-qualified teams, and which seed number 4 was Jam. So Jam had to take on Chiefs, and it was a very tough game. They went to 3 maps, Crisis. So we have Chiefs coming up, showing that everyone that they're the number 1-2 team still, and they're looking to prove that against Untitled Spreadsheet here in the semi-finals. We used to see these teams in the grand final, but they're versing in the semi-finals nonetheless.
All right, so the other semi-finals that have played out, of course, the Woodcucks taking out No Reason Gaming, and we had on stream Quentium taking out Avant-Garde. Untitled Spreadsheets have dealt to the Mumblechucks, and just like we did last week, we're going to be following Untitled Spreadsheet through their semi-final and possibly into their grand final, unless Chiefs Esports Club is able to take them down and collect the $100 bounty on top of that, on top of qualifying for the grand finals themselves. So a very, very big match coming up for you, ladies and gentlemen. We've got all of the team, most of the players in the lobby so far, all G, just waiting on the Chiefs to sort themselves up. And what do you think Chiefs need to do to collect that bounty and take down Untitled Spreadsheet?
Well, I mean, it's going to be tough for the Chiefs. They didn't play last week, but maybe they watched the VODs from last week, and they might have seen some of the weaknesses coming out on the side of Untitled Spreadsheet. Sometimes they can play a little bit too aggressively, and you can capitalize off that. And sometimes if you do get a pick as well, they are only human. 5v6 is a difficult situation for anybody. So I think if the Chiefs can stay together as a team and really try and look for individual picks in the back line, maybe using something like the Roadhog, or even like bringing out the Widowmaker or something like that we've seen them play in the past, even the Hanzo, get a couple of maybe 1 or 2 picks on the side of Untitled Spreadsheet and then initiate, because I don't think they'll be able to win just the 6v6 brawl against Spreadsheet. Their team fighting is just a little bit too good for them. So I think the pick needs to be around Chiefs today for sure.
All right, we're just waiting for the draft to finish, ladies and gentlemen. And I thought for a moment that the maps were already selected. They haven't yet. Well, Bobby J and All G, our casters tonight, through the night. I'm going to leave it with you guys to take it away as we get the draft through and into the match.
Yeah, we're going to see All G if Chiefs can break through the losses that they've been having to the hands of Untitled Spreadsheet. They've met each other in the finals 3 times here at the ZOWIE GameStar Overwatch League, and this is their 4th time meeting up this season.
Yeah, it's their 4th time meeting up, but the first time these two teams have actually met in the semi-final, as you said, Bobby, due to that really, unique circumstances with the Chiefs having to re-qualify. So it's going to be interesting to see. The Chiefs will absolutely want this, not just for the bounty, but a really big chance of, taking the ZOWIE GameStar Week 5 in the grand final. So they want this win more than anything. And the Chiefs, they're going to be looking for it.
Yeah, and Mick, what are your predictions with the bounty up for grabs and like Chiefs coming back with some roster changes and re-qualifying?
It's all about the K factor this game, I think. And if you guys don't understand that reference, the players inside the game will. So when they watch the stream back,
inside jokes. You're cool.
The bounty's got it's definitely got a weighting on. I mean, you still want to beat them anyway. It's definitely helpful, but I don't think the Chiefs want to lose to untitled spreadsheets anymore. And I was just looking at the Chiefs lineup, and Redak's playing. I've not seen him play before. Is he support fill-in, or is he on that team? Or I thought he was on Untitled Spreadsheets, so now I'm just confused.
Yeah, this is very, very interesting because I didn't notice that until you just mentioned it. Redak, he is a sub for Untitled Spreadsheet, so I guess he's switched sides or playing for Chiefs this week, or maybe Bizer is our admin tonight, so Bizer can let us know like what happened with roster
maybe the
changes
Chiefs,
or something like that.
maybe the Chiefs were just really struggling to fill the numbers. I mean, Ori, we knew has said publicly that he wasn't really looking to play anymore. So Ori in the team and Redact here as well. So the Chiefs with a bit of an interesting lineup tonight, but it'll be interesting to see how it goes down.
Yeah, but nonetheless, they're going to verse anyway. The Chiefs side is still strong. They've got Redact is a very good player. So what will be interesting also is where would the players be playing in, what positions they were playing in. We expect Hermo to be on. Well, there's Aporia coming now. I think Redact is going to be on the spectator list. So
maybe he will move up.
That makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
I think Redact was going to be just in there as a coach. So because I was like, we just saw Aporia just before because so we get Chiefs lineups. Okay, it's all good. They're all there.
I think. Sorry, just to interrupt you, Bobby. Just to go back to a previous point, we were saying, what the Chiefs are going to need to do to, to get this win over Untitled Spreadsheet. I think the number one thing that they need to do is not go to Watch Point Gibraltar at all. I think they need to stay as far away from that map as humanly possible because every time Untitled Spreadsheet has gone on that map, they've just looked absolutely unbeatable. I would think maybe the Chiefs would be looking to play, maybe Dorado. I think we've seen Untitled Spreadsheet play strong on Dorado, but that's where they would look to, the weakest last week. I think the Chiefs might need to revisit some of those maps that they were really struggling in. Maybe Dorado and a King of the Hill could be interesting as well. So bottom line is Watch Point Gibraltar has to be on the ban list for sure for the Chiefs.
Yeah, we've got some other big maps. I expect Chiefs to be playing some King of the Hill maps against Untitled Spreadsheet. I think that will be something they'll be looking to do. Like Lijiang Tower has always been a strong map for the Chiefs. Also, Hollywood. They've beaten Untitled on Hollywood before.
Yeah, Hollywood's the one that the Chiefs have sort of looked a little bit stronger on in the past. So absolutely, Hollywood could be somewhere that they could be looking for as well. I think most of the payload at the moment. So as long as it's not well point Gibraltar, I think they'll do all right.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're just going through the draft here. I think.
We've locked Redact on the wrong side, so we'll need to change that. He actually is a part of spreadsheet. It was Aporia that was missing, so he's just jumped in while we were all talking. Is anyone in the draft? Does anyone know what the maps are going to be? I know Gibraltar we just talked about. Definitely a good one for Untitled Spreadsheets to get, isn't it?
They're actually having to redo the draft because there seemed to be a little bit of confusion, despite the fact that Untitled Spreadsheets have made it through to every grand final for 5 weeks in a row. And the Chiefs have done... Well, they've gotten through several times as well. There was confusion over what to do about the assault maps. Of course, the 2CP or assault maps are banned from the ZOWIE GameStar Overwatch League. And so I think what happened was Ori banned the one and GNB just didn't ban the other one, so carried on with his own ban. So all of a sudden it was all unbalanced and they didn't know how they were going to resolve it. So they're redoing the draft, guys.
Excellent.
Yeah, great.
You think we could get a draft link?
Yeah.
We
Well,
might be
yeah.
able to, but I'll see if we can get one.
Okay, cool. Like Crisis is on top of the draft link. We'll oh, there it is. I'm gonna link it up. Did you get it, Crisis? And bring it up on screen. All right. Bizer just linked it to me, so let's see. I'll link it to you too. We'll get this draft happening up on the screen. Hopefully, there's some maps left. To have a look at.
If you can see through it anyway at the moment, maybe just sort of give us a rundown.
There's 5 maps left.
Yeah. 5 maps left. Okay. Let's bring it up. As I'm loading the page up now, we still haven't drafted anything on my screen. Still just having a look.
Shouldn't be too long now. I think just quickly as well, while we're waiting for the draft load, as Mick was saying, it'll be interesting to see whether the Mercy is going to come out. We haven't actually seen the Mercy so far yet on stream tonight, and we're used to seeing her pretty much every single game. So we did see RQT play it last week, but the Zenyatta really has come into favor at the moment, especially against since Reaper being so strong, he just shreds Reaper with that Discord orb, and it makes it a lot easier for you to get that pick.
Well, before you go on in, Mick, you both you boys were right. Watchpoint Gibraltar is not going to be played. The 3 maps are going to be Kings Row, Lijiang Tower, and Route 66. They're just figuring out what order to bring them in. The first map will be Lijiang Tower. Then it will be Dorado. No, sorry, it will be Route 66 the first map. Sorry, and then Lijiang Tower, then Kings Row.
Okay, yeah. This is what the Chiefs want. This is a really good looking set list for them, I think. Route 66, it's a bit of a 50-50, favors slightly both teams, so that one's going to be close. But Lijiang Tower is definitely a map that we've seen the Chiefs excel on in the past, and Dorado was that one that we saw Untitled Spreadsheet looking a little bit shaky on last week. So I think the Chiefs have actually probably come over ahead in the draft here.
Yeah. What do you think, Mick, of the draft?
Sorry, I'm just watching these boys. They talk so much, don't they? Yeah, no, it's good. It's definitely good for the Chiefs, I think. Always, it feels like teams don't mind Gibraltar and let it slip through, and it's just Untitled Spreadsheet's best, strongest map. Always get the 2-0 on that map. So, it looks good. I know Chiefs obviously had a lot more experience in the closed beta, and I think Route 66 was a slightly newer map towards the end of the beta. Is that right? Or I don't know. I don't play it, but I know that. I mean, both teams are going to be familiar on it anyway. Lijiang's a 50-50 in my eyes. It's just comes down to the first team fight and then who can lock out better. And Kings Row, I really like Kings Row. I'd really like to see how to play with the meta change as well. Because before we used to see the Mercy Farah combo, and now obviously we've all moved away from that. So I'm definitely interested to see what comes out on that map. But these two teams, the previous weeks hasn't really shown it, but they are closer than people think. It's just a matter of Chiefs have been mixing up their team so much. At one point, Snowblind was playing, and then somebody left for a little while. They had different support, and now Ori's back, and it's just their team's just been chop and change. Whereas since since Yuki came into Untitled Spreadsheets 2 months ago, they've been the same 6 players, every week in, week out. So they haven't had to play with subs ever. It's always the same core 6. They know what they're doing. They're slightly better synergized. But all right, anyway, getting into the map, so I'll let you take over.
Yeah, synergy. The synergy is so important. Just quickly touching on that last bit, you're absolutely right. The Untitled Spreadsheet guys, they've played basically the same roster, as you said, since week 1, and we've just seen them go stronger and stronger and stronger. And Chiefs, really struggling just to get that really strong team together that they were looking like in beta. So anyway, here we are, Bobby, on Route 66, some gameplay.
Yeah, so welcome back to the ZOWIE GameStar Overwatch League, everyone, here in week number 5 playoffs on the semi-final game here between Untitled Spreadsheet and the Chiefs, ranks number 1 and 2 teams on the power rankings, brought to you by ANZ, Overwatch ANZ. You can all check that out on overwatchanz.com. But the Chiefs have slipped down to number 4 on the ZOWIE leaderboard, so they'll be they can't go up or down. So at the moment, this is for them to prove to themselves that they can beat Untitled, and they can prove to everyone else here watching tonight that they are looking to be the #1 team once again.
Oh, did you see that? They're going back to change characters. Hang on. Let's see what they do. See what they do.
It's just a mix-up at the moment. I don't know what they're going. The only thing that we know for sure is that that staple Reinhardt, Zarya, and McCree up here at the moment. But RQT is he pulling out the? Looks like we got the Zenyatta coming out.
He was on Mercy, and then they had like the damage boost on the Bastion, and then they're like, no, we've got nothing to combo with the Zarya. Let's get the Reaper. Oh, if we need Reaper, we need Lucio ultimate. So the Reaper ultimate can go in. So I like what they've got now. It looks good. And yeah, obviously no Mercy again.
Yeah, this is probably the first time that we've really seen the top teams, not run a Mercy on a payload map. So interesting stuff here in terms of the meta switching around.
Aporia also was one of the support players for the Chiefs. He is now all the way going straight to tank. He's on Reinhardt, so full-blown tank. Along with Turbo, he was the Reinhardt player, guys, and now he's on the D.Va.
Yeah, he's switched off to more of the off-tanky kind of character with D.Va, but here we go, the first fight of the semi-finals.
Yeah, Aporia had to go around with the Discord orb on him, but Dorky picked up the first kill of the game here on top of Revs. So Chiefs, good start for the Chiefs. Going to go take out Mosh. He's going down. Aporia picks up that kill on him. Hey, Katie gets a kill on Raz. Turner gets a kill on GMB. Chiefs are pushing forward, forcing RQT back. They caught out Yuki. He's going down. Good start for the Chiefs.
Yeah, great start for the Chiefs there. I mean, they just look a little bit scattered. Untitled Spreadsheet there, not very. Usually we see them all go in on a single initiation, but they just got picked off one by one there. So very uncharacteristic by Untitled Spreadsheet, and that's what was costing them last week up against Quentium. They had those really uncharacteristic mistakes, which they lose one or two and go in. So the Chiefs, they're doing well at the moment, but it is still very early days on the first checkpoint taken, Bobby.
Shout out to everyone on Twitch. We're very close to hitting our 100 viewer mark, so get some people in here. We'll start the raffle up, and you'll be able to go !TEE. Your chance to win a Overwatch t-shirt at the end of the broadcast tonight when Sheriff Crisis starts the raffle and picks out it's a winner happening here. And nonetheless, we still have this match happening underway as the teams are popping off left, right, center. Turbo picks up a massive amount of kills along with Yuki. So those players kind of fused to their teams. Aporia somehow kills himself. Yuki gets another kill here. So still players up on both sides. Yuki's going huge here. He picks up another kill. It's just one-on-one. Yuki and Turbo. Who's going to be able to pick it out here with Yuki with the deflection? He's looking for Turbo. They're both inside. Yuki's back up on top. He's going to wait for his team.
Yeah, Yuki just gonna have to run away there. Really wanted it, but he was just way too low. And man, that ultimate Turbo was just deadly on D.Va there. Really, really good stuff.
GMB and Mosh back into the action with their shields back up here. We've got GMB on the Winston, but Rez picks up a kill here with his McCree. Turbo getting right at he gets stuck in there with that D.Va and he falls down. So that's another kill for the Yuki tally right there.
I think he forgot what team he was on there for a second. He's like, okay, guys are coming over this way now, and they're all just like, alright, well, see you later. They finished him off pretty quickly, so Turbo getting a little bit lost there. Maybe his ultimate, he thought it was just a little bit too good and he had to give him a kill back.
Yeah, I think what happened there was he wanted to kill himself off quickly to get the respawn, take too long to get his ulti back up. Take it away, Bobby.
Yeah, RQT hits that Lucio along with Smorg, but Zenyatta ult to combat it, pushing back Yuki. He gets slammed and then Reinhardt ult pops top of it. RQT pops that Zenyatta ult, keeping everyone healthy here for Untitled Spreadsheet so they can keep pushing in. But hey, Katie's above them, hits the Genji ult, looking for some kills. He runs straight into the saloon and gets whacked by Mosh and GMB. He goes down. GMB's and Mosh still pushing forward here into the Chiefs are the remaining members for them. But they're going to go back with Smorgat popping a kill.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, that was a really good hold there by Mosh on the Reinhardt, just making sure that they couldn't get through and blocking the D.Va ult as well. So really good stuff there by Mosh to make sure that Untitled Spreadsheet can hold this great position that they've managed to hold in now in this top area here.
Lucio ult popped here for the Chiefs. They're going to go in, but go straight into Raz's double kill. He fires away on top of them. Aporia caught out all alone, so Mosh cleans him up. They're going to push forward, but they push forward here. Untitled Spreadsheet looking for some more kills with Yuki. He's trying to jump up there, Cliff. Up on top of the high ground. So strong defense here from Untitled Spreadsheet.
Yeah, hey, Katie's actually changed onto this onto the Tracer now, and he's gone back again onto the Genji. So looks like at the moment the Chiefs are just a little bit, confused of what picks they want to run, and I think they just need to stick with the Genji. It was working really well for them at the moment, so I think this is good. They're going to have 3 ultimates up, and this is the play that they want to make here. They want to try and get in around the side here.
They're going around to the other side of the saloon. There's Aporia going in on top of GMB. The shield goes down from GMB. So Aporia goes right into the back line, hits his shield down. He falls off. He's arrested, hits the Lucio ult. Mosh picks up a double kill though. Cleaning up the Chiefs inside the saloon. They've gone out to collect up the rest of the members. Yuki picking up a double kill.
Yeah, that was just too easy for the Chiefs. Sorry for Untitled Spreadsheet there. They picked them off a little bit too easily, and it was basically all over from there. But yeah, at the moment, I think the Chiefs are doing all right. They just need to be a little bit careful that they don't get caught out and use their ultimates together efficiently. They've got a huge ultimate lead here now. 3 ultimates up to 0. But Katie, once again, these picks are killing the Chiefs at the moment.
Raz gets that kill on Hey Katie. The rest of the Chiefs are gathering themselves outside the checkpoint. Here on the first checkpoint, Aporia is doing a little dance here, getting these boys rallied up. They go through the tunnel now, ready to go on top of back to the payloads. Move all the way back near to the first checkpoint already, but Untitled Spreadsheet holding the high ground as the tanks jump into the fight. Small but pops that Zenyatta ult. RQT does the same, so they're a bit deadlocked until those ults go away. Hey Katie opens up the fight with the first kill here on top of Raz. Yuki gets the second kill. 5 on 5 right now. Ori picks up a kill on GMB. That's a tank going down. Ult from Hey Katie. Doesn't find anyone yet, but Yuki does it though. Yuki gets a kill though. And Turmo gets the mech back though after popping that Diva ult. Looking for another kill here with McCree. Dorky's McCree doesn't get a kill though. He's looking for someone with the Deadeye. Aporia jumps in after Yuki. They're falling back here, Untitled Spreadsheet, after that exchange, and the payload continues to move.
Really back and forth fight there for both teams, but the Chiefs just coming out on ahead there. Hey Katie, very, very lucky. He used the ultimate but died instantly, so he's still got it. Here he goes, going in now.
Mosh lands a big Reinhardt ult, sending people down to the floor here on the Chiefs. They're looking to capitalize on this as they've taken down members one after the other. Yuki Dio going up massive. Only the Diva remains. The time's ticking down. 14 seconds to go. The Chiefs need to change up some characters and rush back, but Raz makes sure Turmo has to go back to the spawn.
Yeah, this is going to be tough for the Chiefs. They've got Aporia, the only one with the ultimate. They're going to have to make a play here and knock him off, I feel, and get this payload over the edge here. And oh, it's going to be close, probably going into overtime now. I think the Chiefs are going to...
Aporia leads the payload. GMB jumps onto there. The Lucio ult pops, the same with the Zenyatta ult for Untitled Spreadsheet. The Diva ult comes in over the top, doesn't get anyone though. Yuki and Raz clean up. Smorg gets a kill in the exchange. Yuki gets a double kill. Hey Katie, Smorg on top of the payload. Smorg keeping Hey Katie alive against flashbang from Raz. Raz is moving around looking for some more kills. Smorg goes with that. Hey Katie and Smorg both get that kill on Raz. Yuki gets the kill on Hey Katie. Smorg's still alive. He moves away from the payload, and the Chiefs lose that game. Untitled Spreadsheet pick up the first win here.
It was just a little bit too low, and he just couldn't make the decision whether to stay on the payload and die or just kite for a couple more seconds. And unfortunately, the time ran out. But seeing a Diva play the game, it's probably the first one I've seen here so far.
Throws in that beautiful Diva ult though, picking up 3 kills.
Yeah, really, really great Diva play there. Great ultimate usage there. And yeah, the Chiefs, they looked good in sections, but Untitled Spreadsheet just getting a great, a great defensive point there on top of the saloon and just not letting him through at all. So it looks like a point's going through. Points going through to Untitled Spreadsheet here with that really good hold, and man, Yuki was pretty efficient that game as well. Mick, what did you make of that first round there from both those teams?
The first hold, I didn't like the Zarya on GMB. I was really glad when he switched away from it. I would have liked the Roadhog, but he made the Winston work, which is really good. Raz played like a monster on that second part, just making picks, initiating, basically taking it to a 5-on-6 straight away. He got a nice McCree ult early as well in one of the fights to make it a 4-on-6. And that just delays the attack, another 30 seconds, just kills the clock. And really nice play coming out from Yuki on Genji to keep his team alive. At one point, it was just him sort of battling 3, just trying to stall the payload. And, it was kind of like, hey, Katie couldn't get comfortable in the character. Dorky's McCree was a little bit, well, definitely not as impactful as Raz's, and we also even saw Hey Katie switch over to McCree at the very end there. But Hey Katie played like 3 or 4 characters that game and just couldn't get settled on anything. I mean, his Genji was really good, but I felt like Dorky's McCree was just not doing as much as Raz's. And when Dorky switched off the Reaper, that was good, but maybe a bit too late. And but yeah, well, I guess, I mean, I don't doubt that Chiefs can hold here as well. But we'll just see what happens. But yeah, really nice hold from Untitled Spreadsheet, especially on that second point, obviously.
It was the Tracer switch that really had me scratching my head, because I thought HK was playing a really good Genji for quite a while, and you know, the Tracer switch came in and really got up to about 50% on the ultimate and didn't really affect anything, and switched straight
Went back and switched. Yeah, I saw that as well.
That was the bit for me where I was just like, okay, they look a little bit, you know, a little bit out of sorts at the moment. But who knows? I do agree with you. I think the Chiefs definitely have the potential here to hold, so it'll be interesting to see how they go.
Well, Spreadsheet on that payload, ready to get things underway here with their successful defense. So Chiefs must defend successfully here to lock it up here with a draw going into the second map, which is Lijiang Tower. A very, very both teams are very strong at Lijiang Tower, but Chiefs go in nonetheless. They're going in looking for some kills. Yuki gets a kill, Dorky gets a kill, Mosh is on top here, zapping people away. Oporia holds that shield nice and strong, joins back up here with Termo on top of the payload. Hey Katie's on the outside, looking for a kill on top of Mosh. Doesn't get that kill. Yuki gets a kill there. G&B gets the kill, forcing out Dorky. He's wrapping around, looking. He finally gets his footing, but gets killed by Yuki as soon as he gets out of shadow form. So good start for Untitled Spreadsheet, and Chiefs should be able to get back though in time for the defense though, yeah?
I think they're going to leave it. You know, I think that it's going to be pretty close. They really need to make a decision that they are going to go in here. We'll have a quick look at this fight, see how it plays out.
Poria in the back line already, gets a kill on top of Raz. Mosh jumping on top, he's going to land on top of Smallwood, but he dies in the process. Dorky's right next to Reps, and he's just hiding behind that Stein. They hold on here, the Chiefs forcing them back.
Yeah.
G&B's on the retreat along with Yuki. Yuki dashes in though, they see Termas a little bit caught out, catches him. Hey Katie, trying to get the response kill, and I don't think that makes sense. Revenge kill. Kill.
It's alright. I mean, Yuki getting a really good pick there to clean up someone right at the end, but that was a really good call from the Chiefs there. Honestly, I didn't know the payload was in that really awkward spot between the checkpoint where if you go in and you all die, you're gonna give up so much space in the second section. But they made the call. They knew they could hold on, and it's come out really big for them. They've managed to get their initial position back.
Mosh starts the fight with the Winston jump, leaping into the middle of the Chiefs. Gets shots back down from Big Earls. Hey Katie, firing away. Lucio popped here for Untitled Spreadsheet as they dash around looking for kills. You got the smaller Zenyatta ult, nice and healthy for his team. RUT follows suit, does the same. Everyone's bunched up, gets a small hole in the Zenyatta ult from the Chiefs. Dorky hits the death force and gets a triple kill for him. Dorky leading up for the Chiefs. Yuki's still alive though, deflects. He's hiding inside Big Earls, keeping things moving as Dorky's on top. So Yuki holding on here for Untitled Spreadsheet, waits for the team to come back. Ori joins the fight though, so Chiefs have got to hold on.
Massive ultimate there coming up by Dorky with that Death Blossom, turning it around, getting 4 kills. Chiefs have been dead and buried for that, so Dorky definitely putting him on his shoulders there.
Deadeye, the high noon called here by Raz. The Lucio ult popped though for the Chiefs, and Ori's standing right in the middle, keeping everyone nice and healed. Yuki's jumping up with the death. He's got the Discord orb on him, so Smorgas's looking to kill him. It's GB. Yuki pick up kills here for Untitled Spreadsheet. They're going to keep it moving with Ori about to fall down, and he falls down. Untitled Spreadsheet finally push on here with 1 minute and 37, which goes up to 3 minutes.
Yeah, they struggled there for a while to get that through, but they got in the end. Unfortunately, the Chiefs, you know, just splitting up a little bit, getting picked off there, and due to those picks, losing that checkpoint. So they're back here in this next section. They need to get a good spot though, because at the moment they're right on the, you know, they're on the road, and Termo's just getting way too excited at the moment. He's stuck in no man's land with his Discord or Bobby. They're hunting him down.
Mosh takes down Termo, but Termo did get a kill just before he died. So
and he did a backflip off the roof as well. So it was stylish. sure.
style points plus plus 1 loot box.
That's it. Extra loot box coming in there.
With nothing but sprays and blues.
Yeah.
So that's the Bobby J loot box specialty. Delight.
Bunch of 5 coin duplicates. That's all you get.
So I slowly grind to get my second legendary. But here we go with Mosh jumping up on top of the saloon with Turbo. He pops the Zenyatta ult, Rex pops the Lucio ult, so both ults here for both teams. As we've got Raz he doesn't get a kill. It's Katie that gets that kill. Ori pushing on here for his team. Yuki's getting on top of the action along with Ori. As we have a Mosh hitting that primal rage, slapping people around. Turmo does the same, gets the kill in the exchange along with Dorky. Everyone here for the Chiefs rallying on top of that payload. They've got 2 minutes to do it and they're looking pretty good here with 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, we've got some time before this next point, so Mick, if you want to come in and sort of give us some ideas of what you think this map's going so far.
Yeah, Chiefs are playing a really nice fight. They're drawing it out, falling back and getting some nice kills. Some good play from Winston. I'm surprised Thermo switched off D.Va, but we saw his D.Va ult last game and looks like Untitled Spreadsheet's trying to mix things up.
Untitled will go around the far side this time. Going right into the middle of the saloon with the ZOWIE ult in the middle of everything with Yuki's Death Blossom with the shields and everything going down there with D.Va ult. There's just everything on top of each other with the Zenyatta ult from Small Lit to heal everyone back up after that big mixed bag of ultimates. So it keeps coming out strong here with Mosh on the back line here, but Dorky's spotted him. Mosh is forced back up on top. So Chiefs somehow, I don't know, those just a cluster of ultimates there, boys.
That was a busy room, wasn't it? There was so much stuff going on there. I'm glad my computer, I wasn't playing it. My computer would have fried itself, I think, with those particles. But yeah, the Chiefs coming out on top somehow. Really close battle.
Well, the reason they came out on top was the D.Va ult. It made the attackers all clear the room.
Yeah.
There's a ZOWIE ult throwing people home here. With Dorky and Turbo. Turbo's mech's been popped and the rest of the team have fallen. Turbo falls now, so that ZOWIE ult helping the Untitled Spreadsheet move forward.
Yeah, ZOWIE ult picking up 3 people there on the team of Chiefs, so getting some really good picks there, Spreadsheet, and I think Chiefs are actually going to contest this. 35 seconds left. They want to get on this payload. They're going to touch it, probably a big fight coming out.
The Chiefs get back on top of here, but the primal rage pop from Mosh trying to push people off. They get 2 down here on Untitled Spreadsheet. The rest of the troops slowly coming in, but the Zenyatta ult for RQT keep everyone nice and healthy, and they take down members of the Chiefs one by one. Smallgut joins the fight along with Turbo, hits the D.Va ult. It's gonna hit no one though, as they use the payload to hide themselves here on Untitled Spreadsheet. Turbo is still alive though after this big long fight. The mech's finally been popped, he's been taken down. Hey, Katie gets there just in time to keep everything happening. It's still overtime, so the Chiefs have managed to come back with that dash. Dorky hits a nice Death Blossom, but he falls in the process after getting 1 kill on Raz. Untitled finally clean up, and they're going to move on.
Dude, this is scary for the Chiefs now. They committed so many ultimates to save that point there, and 5 people on the spreadsheet are on fire now, so it's going to be interesting to see if they can get this to the end. And the Chiefs, as I said, really committing everywhere. We've got, Smorgan on 3%, and Termo on 3% as well. Aporia on 5%, Dorothy on 9%, HK on 8%. So those ultimates won't be up for a while. And Spreadsheet, I think they'll be looking to make their move here, maybe from around the side, just to flank them in.
Title move, go very quickly. They're much leading the charge, going on in the back line. The one with Yuki, and the ZOWIE ult goes down right in the middle with Yuki's double kill. Daz gets another kill. GB and Yuki pushing onto the back line here with Mosh, forcing the Chiefs back into the spawn, taking everyone down one by one. The payload's coming along, looking good here for Untitled Spreadsheet.
Yeah, looking really good. Rat is popping that Deadeye too. It's going to be tough to get back into this payload. Just going to have to touch it. Are they going to? Yes, they are.
Yeah, small there, but they forced them off. Raz and RQT and Revs getting all the last kills here for their team. And Untitled Spreadsheet pick up the win here on Route 66.
Yeah, really good push there. Yuki on this Genji played exceptionally well on both offense and defense, and in credit to him, this was the moment where he had to go in. He went in there and just started resetting like crazy, just switching on people, going as fast as he can, and yeah, really good use of the ultimate there, and great offensive play there by Yuki.
Good, and
72% kill participation, Bobby. Sorry to interrupt you, but that's massive. Everything over 70 is huge.
Mick, there's a bit of a struggle on both sides here, but Untitled Spreadsheet finally pushed through, and they got on during the overtime phase on the second checkpoint.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out why Chiefs spent so many resources trying to save that second point. I think they legitimately thought that had lost if they had lost that point, because they wasted like Lucia ult, Diva ult, Reaper ult. I'm trying to think of what else, and it just had left them with nothing for that third point. I was just confused, and then Yuki, we just saw him just totally take advantage of that. So yeah, I don't know. They were doing so well, holding that second point, but then once I think there was a Yuki ult that allowed them to get through the second point. I'm trying to think of exactly what allowed them to push that far up, but I felt like Chiefs should have just cut their losses, and they spent 3 or 4 ultimates trying to save it, and then had nothing for the final point. It was just a bit confusing.
Yeah.
Like it sincerely felt like that they thought it was game over at that second point. So
Yuki, it was. I think it was Yuki who pushed them in through that section there in the second area, and we saw a very, very similar moment on the first checkpoint, if you remember, where they had the payload basically in the same position, halfway between each checkpoint. They're like, "Are we going to commit to this? Are we not?" And they went for it and actually won the fight and held that first checkpoint for a long time. And I think they had basically a second decision to make. They're like, "Do we go in? Do we use ultimate? Do we commit to this and try and win it here?" But they went for it, but unfortunately they just bled in a little bit too frequently, and they used a lot of resources, and unfortunately it was Yuki to really clean up the end there. So great play there by Untitled Spreadsheet, but some unfortunate shot calling almost by the Chiefs there.
Shout out to everyone in Twitch chat. We're over 100 viewers, guys, so the raffle has been opened here. So type !TEE. Be sure to follow GameStar TV1. So if your name is called out by the Twitch bots, gods, / whatever else you want to call them, at the end of the cast, if you win and you're not following, you won't win, unfortunately. So make sure you're following so you can take a nice t-shirt courtesy of GameStar. So we've got Lijiang Tower here. Chiefs have been known to be a very solid team on Lijiang Tower in the past, but Untitled Spreadsheet are also very good at skirmishes. So an interesting map here for these two teams.
Yeah, this is gonna be huge here. Spreadsheet taking 2 points in that map, 2-0 on the Chiefs, so in a really strong position. And as we said, the Chiefs not as strong on the King of the Hills as they were previously, but still a really, really strong force to deal with. So it'll be interesting to see the approach that they take to this. And yeah, Lijiang Tower is one of those King of the Hill maps where once you get the point, it's extremely difficult to take it back. So it'll be interesting to see how the Chiefs approach this.
Mick, we have the Chiefs trailing right now, so they must must go big here on Lijiang Tower.
yeah, and I think they definitely can, especially with the meta changes. It'll be interesting to see what gets picked on this one. I'm really surprised to not see any Roadhog. Like, did he get a ninja nerf or something, or did ZOWIE get buffed? Or
Well, one of the things is they put in the patch where you can actually self-heal to put up your ultimate now. But in terms of that, basically anyone who had a huge amount of self-heal, they had to, put the ultimate time up. So I think Roadhog copped, I think it was like a 35% or a 40% increase to his recharge because he has to, use his E to do it. So maybe that's one of the reasons why he's not being picked as much now, because he has to, use his E so often to get basically what he was getting for free before.
okay, so yeah, all right. Well, we'll see what the teams pick. I think we'll see a little bit of variations, hopefully, in the teams rather than, I guess, what we've been seeing, which is sort of the core 5, core 6 in previous weeks. But no, I think this is definitely a chance for the Chiefs to make a comeback. Like, the King of the Hill maps are definitely more of a coin toss. They can be a lot closer, and it can be sometimes all about the first team fight and how that's executed. So we'll just see how the teams play it out and see how it goes.
Shout out to Shrek Hanks in Twitch chat right now. One of my old buddies. And
What a name! What a name, Shrek Hanks.
He's a memer at heart. So
I think he's a memer pretty much everywhere, mate. I don't think it's just a memer at heart. I think he's just a straight up memer, unfortunately. But here we go, second map. Let's see how it goes down.
Gates unlock here in your games, ZOWIE Games, the Overwatch League semi-finals here in week number 5, a final week here before the league finals start, and teams are ready to get things underway with Mosh. I doesn't get the first kill, but Yuki and Refs do to pick up the kills here. G&B, first one to touch the side of the checkpoint here. Smallwood gets a kill though to the side of the Chiefs, so taking down G&B, and we have Ori, he's stuck up against that wall. I think he was trying to jump backwards, and Untitled Spreadsheet, I got to cap the first one. Unless Ori does something about it, he dashes on. Hey, Katie gets a kill though. So Chiefs going to swarm here, and people got caught down here on Untitled.
Yeah, they started off really strong and got to that point, but then Katie got a couple of really great picks on this McCree, and now the Chiefs have managed to take over this first checkpoint. Gee, they'll be stoked with that push for sure.
Yeah, the Untitled, they're rallying just outside the bridge. They're going to go into 6. They're going to go over the bridge, so head first here with Mosh leading the charge. Shield's been put down for the rest of the team to follow up. Then the other ult pops here for Smallwood. 5 QT falls. We're moving on here with Hey Katie and Turnmer, Poria all getting kills. Chiefs were ready for that push.
Yeah, this is the sort of Chiefs that we're used to seeing on these King of the Hill maps. When they get that point, they don't just stay on the point, wait for you to come to them. They play so aggressively and actively in this game, so they're just going to push up on this bridge and make sure that Untitled Spreadsheet don't get any sort of chance to get back in this. But they're grouping up. I think they're going to see one of these really strong pushes in here coming in from Spreadsheet.
Well, starts the fight, Shield going down, the team follows up here, but Primal Rage Buster got popped by a Poria, trying to start people off. Is ZOWIE all going down on the front line here of Untitled Spreadsheet. People getting caught up in there. We got Mosh still alive though, on top of Hey Katie. Hey Katie gets shielded though, Mosh falls down. G&B trying to do the same. He is on top of Turmo. Both ZOWIE's going at it. G&B gets a double kill. Ori picks up a kill though on the Lucio. Still members of the Chiefs remain with Hey Katie. Doing a lot of work here in the back here with McCree. Refs is on top of the point. He falls down. Chiefs win another fight, but Yuki makes it, but he falls.
Yeah, Poria is playing a really good game on this Winston as well, actually, using that ultimate, disrupting all of Untitled Spreadsheet. Untitled Spreadsheet hit a really good Zarya ult, and managed to get quite a few of the Chiefs there, but Poria leading that front line managed to disrupt them so well that they couldn't follow up. So the Chiefs, 85%, here comes the big fight.
Untitled choose to not go through the bridgeway anymore, and they've got Zarya ult down there, but Doggy gets a triple kill on all that while he was caught in the Zarya ult. So great job by Dog.
Man, Dorky came out so fast there. He just knew they were coming and he didn't even wait. They're like, okay, we're gonna go in here soon, guys. Like, not already in Leroy Jenkins almost, and just using that Death Blossom to leading 2 people straight away. So great push there by Dorky, and 1-0 to the Chiefs.
We might get that Jenkins style on World of Warcraft here on Overwatch.
He may.
Leroy Jenkins, good job, mate. And first point to the Chiefs. So if they win here, they'll be going into Kings Row, one map apiece, boys.
Yeah, what do you think of that quickly, Mick, with this 15 seconds? What do you make of that map?
Yeah, strong start from the Chiefs. I mean, they lost a couple of people early, but the point hadn't opened, so they just reinforced it and was able to overwhelm Untitled Spreadsheets. And Yuki switching to that Genji, I don't know, he didn't get his ultimate up, was a little bit of a waste.
Point getting ready to unlock here as we go straight into our second point here in the semi-final here in week number 5. We've got Untitled Spreadsheet pushing on here through the server room with Chiefs already on top of the point. 15 seconds until it unlocks. Untitled Spreadsheet have done a complete lap. They've gone to the other side here. They've come around through the Chiefs entrance and then jumped on right onto the point with Mosh. He falls down though. First one to die here as Yuki's going around looking for a kill on top of Turmo. Turmo gets the kill though. G&B finishes it up and gets the kill on top of Turmo. Dorky, Hey Katie getting a kill apiece. Chiefs are going to be capping once again. G&B's the only one that can make a difference, but he falls down to Chiefs cap.
Yeah, Chiefs capping it, and Hey Katie on this tracer, just, it was a really good tactic there by Spreadsheet. They went the whole 180, they came around and came in through the Chiefs side, and the Chiefs actually got caught a little bit off guard, but Hey Katie, with some quick thinking, managed to dash out and get behind Untitled Spreadsheet again, and just do a little bit of uncertainty and get some damage down. So, really good tracer play there by Hey Katie, really important in that capture there.
He's holding on nice and strong with the Untitled Spreadsheet in the server room. The percentages keep ticking up here. 26%. Hey Katie with a double kill on the tracer, making all G go in the background. So
I like it, alright. It's exciting to watch. But yeah, Aporia then jumping down. the Chiefs are just using people to really distract and disorientate Untitled Spreadsheet at the moment. Aporio jumped down and Katie basically got a free ultimate off there and got the double kill, so pushing that right in there. And once again, Raz going down.
Aporia hits Death Boss and gets a kill there. Hey, Katie also gets a kill. Aporia's going all the way down to the bottom. See you later, mate. Only Bear Grylls can survive in tough terrains like this. Tomo gets the kills off of Revs. Revs gets a kill though just before he dies. Tomo with a double kill. Chiefs still holding on 6%.
Man, Chiefs just looking like a completely different team on this King of the Hill map. Just not really giving Untitled Spreadsheet anything to work with. And hey, Katie and Turmo, they've got their ultimates as well, so 70% Spreadsheet are really going to have to push in here and make an effort soon. And with RQT's ultimate still down, this could spell danger for Spreadsheet. Here it comes. Yo, look at this.
Oh, straight into that ZOWIE ult by GMB. Beautiful work. It's managed. Oh, so not GMB. It's the team that's receiving it. My bad. The ZOWIE ult comes in from GMB though. Tries to get to do the same, but Chiefs holding on strong. But Raz gets a double kill though. He's still doing. No, I'm sorry, Raz.
Yeah, that just quickly did that. I mean, Raz was trying so hard to hold on for his team, but yeah, Spreadsheet, that's 2-0. Just, yeah, completely outmatched. 200% to 0, I believe. I don't think they even got a percentage in those two maps.
That's one of the fastest semi-finals I've ever seen. What the Chiefs just are like, nah, we're done, we're doing this, boys. And Aporia with the Pledgeonic's play of the game here in your favourite, Winston, mate.
Yeah, this was this moment where he managed to get behind them and just... Chiefs did this a lot, actually, in that game. They played a very good flanking game where Spreadsheets likes to stay together and move as a unit. And once they came in, they would get Katie or Aporia to come around the back and just, disrupt them and make them think twice. And that split second of indecisiveness really cost Spreadsheet. And already, it's 2-2 in the semi-final.
Yeah, Mick, Chiefs, a very strong showing from them on Lee Jane Tower.
Yeah, the 3 damage meta seemed way better on that second point. We saw the Tracer, McCree, and Reaper coming out from the Chiefs, and I think the Untitled Spreadsheets had just the McCree and the Reaper, and then they had a Winston instead of a Tracer. So, yeah, just like I said, you get that really strong hold in the first point, you get your ultimates up first for the second fight. It's just so easy to lock a team out, and I felt like there was around the 65% mark was Untitled Spreadsheet's chance to execute with about 4 ultimates, and they still couldn't get it. So, yeah, just a really nice hold from the Chiefs, and just playing really aggressive when they had the point as well, just getting that free damage down, which just helps build ultimates a little bit quicker, helps weaken and helps weaken the initiation. But I really felt like the Winston just got shredded so quickly.
Yeah,
So,
with the Zenyatta as well. I mean, the Discord orb just makes Winston, he just dies so fast. And unfortunately, with Zenyatta in the meta, you really need to try and make sure you don't pick anyone that just has that amount of health who can just get shredded instantly. So I think the McCree pick and the Tracer pick on the side of Chiefs there really came up huge, just managing to get those picks and sway the fights around.
And the t-shirt giveaway is still happening right now, so be sure to type in !TEE in the Twitch chat for your chance to win an Overwatch t-shirt courtesy of GameStar later tonight at the end of the grand final, with Crisis giving out the t-shirt. Also, Sheriff Crisis, Chiefs could be the one to take away your bounty, mate.
Yeah, they could well be. So I'm actually going to open up some betting in the channel as well, to see in the Twitch channel, to see what people think after a stunning performance by the Chiefs on Lijiang Tower. Of course, they struggled in that first map, so 1 apiece, a best of 3. This is going to be the knockout match, and we might be giving away that bounty tonight. Maybe not. Untitled Spreadsheets have been unbeaten so far. They've dropped 1 map in 5 weeks so far. Well, this is now the 2nd map that they've dropped in the 5 weeks that they've played. And, well, a lot to ride on right now. It's just, this is oceanic Overwatch that people want to see.
I think just quickly, in terms of King's Row, Chiefs are looking like they're on the defense too. So if they can do a defensive hold here, they're going to have the offensive push in the second half of this map, and they'll be pumped. If they can do a full hold and get the offense, I think they will. They'll be favourites to come out on top of this one. But then again, if Untitled Spreadsheet can push through, it's going to be tough for Chiefs to hold on from such an aggressive push. So I think a lot of this map is going to come down to the first half and how long it goes on for and how both teams play.
We've also got that mug giveaway as well. So Buzz has been typing out in Twitch chat with different things that you can retweet. So be sure to retweet Buzz's links. So you have your chance to win a custom-made Overwatch mug with your name on it. So
I would love one of those mugs, mate. They look so good. Imagine getting up in the morning, having your name and a Winston on your coffee mug. I mean, it looks incredible. It looks so good. I want one so bad.
Dude. And also, the Woodcocks have moved on to the grand final.
Interesting.
They beat Quantium back-to-back maps. So the winner of this game will be versing the Woodcocks in the final. Will it be the Chiefs? Will it be Untitled Spreadsheet? We will be finding out very shortly as we're getting ready to head back into the game, boys, with Kings Road.
Yeah, we have to remember as well, if this game goes for both these maps, it goes for a while, the team who wins after this has to come up against the Woodcocks team, who's getting a little bit of a break now, and they actually get to watch this map as well. So, the Woodcocks, we haven't really touched on them much tonight, but they could be a favourite as well coming into the final.
They've been having some strong showings lately, Nick, as the Woodcocks. How do you favour the Woodcocks going up against the winner of the game here?
Well, it was funny because they played last Thursday and lost to Untitled Spreadsheets pretty easily, but like I was saying to you in chat, I watched them the night before play Untitled Spreadsheets, and they literally lost by like 20 seconds the first map and then like 50 seconds the second map. So got really close on Wednesday night, just didn't carry it over to Thursday. So they've definitely got the players and the skill to win. It's just about execution. Sometimes they make really silly unforced errors. They waste ultimates a lot. Like I often see just one player randomly ultimate for no reason. If they can just tidy up that a bit more, then they'll do really well. TJK is a monster. Elim really versatile FPS player as well. Rico, as we call him, OC, he's really strong. Quake player, and Haste, who's a beast. A lot of people don't really know much about Haste, but he definitely had one of the strongest set of aim in Quake Live for a while. So yeah, they've just got really strong FPS players, and I think this meta might favour them a bit more now that we're seeing a lot more damage characters come out. Zenyatta, yeah, McCree, exactly.
And we're about to set things off here with a couple of seconds remain, and the doors are unlocked here with your ZOWIE GameStar Overwatch League semi-final, week number 5 in the playoffs. Here with Untitled Spreadsheet on the offense. So with RQT, GMB, Reps, Yuki, Raz, Mosh, with Aporia, Dorky, Smallwood, Hey Katie, Terma, and Ori on the Chiefs. So all well-known names now in the Overwatch scene in Oceania. So big game here for you guys in the third match here with Mosh leading the charge, hits the wall, Discord orbs on him, so he's got to be careful with Aporia looking him down the barrel with his barrel down the sledge, slams him with that sledge. Smallbit gets the kill here on his Zenyatta. GMB still in the mix of things, but Raz is all on his own now. He's been taken out as he was caught out, and the Chiefs successfully hold on.
That was a huge win for the Chiefs there. The Junkrat was a really good position here on top of this building here. Managed to pick off GMB's health so quickly and chunk him down so fast, and he's got his ultimate because of it. So the Chiefs winning a really convincing fight there, and that's going to be huge for them.
Mosh goes straight in here on the left-hand side, already bursting in. They force Zenyatta back. They're pushed on here, looking at Aporia, Termo, and Ori. Aporia charges all the way across. He's taken down one person as he falls down. Ori's in the middle here with Termo. They need to get on top of him. And they just split up Untitled there. Untitled looked pretty good, guys, and then they just fell off.
Yeah, they look like they knew where they wanted to go, but it just looked like they got a little bit split. And Dorky on this Junkrat didn't even use his ultimate, so the Chiefs 4 ultimates up. Still a long time to go, but this is such a strong position for him here. They have to use this.
Katie's still on top of the high ground here, shooting away. Just scored orbs on top of him. He moves back though, bouncing around. The rest of Untitled Spreadsheet, 3 of them have gone through here, through the building here on the right-hand side. Let's spot you see where the teams are. There's Drop Jack down besides Raz. The Reinhardt goes down here for Euphoria. Some people down. Wash does the same. It's both Zenyatta ults have been popped as they're fighting right amongst the statue. Wash holds nice and strong with that shield. The ZOWIE goes down here. Both for both teams. Both teams getting swallowed up. RQT got the 4. He hits the Lucio ult comes up, but Dorky comes up huge with that double kill.
Yeah, Dorky finally turned that fight in the Chiefs' favour, but man, I tell you, Spreadsheet did well to hold on there. They took up all 4 ultimates of the Chiefs there, and Yuki's got his ult up, and Mosh, I guess Mosh and Raz are still, 60%, so still a while to go, but Spreadsheet lived through 4 of the ultimates of the Chiefs there, so they did get wiped, but it's not the end of the world here. They could do something here off the back of a really good Yuki death boss that comes out.
Gets ready to push in with his team rally behind him, but Hey Katie's above here on the high ground. Aporia slams people down with Hey Katie over the top, doing some great damage. RQT and Yuki remain, but they're going to be picked off.
Dorky and Hey Katie are using this height advantage perfectly at the moment. That is the big key factor on this point. If you can get into these top sections and make sure you hold it, it's so difficult for the enemy team to come through to you because the point's in the middle, so they have to jump down eventually, and they can't just chase you around the top section all day. So Dorky knows that, and Hey Katie as well, and they're playing this to perfection at the moment, and it's one of the reasons why Chief have held this point for so long.
Yeah, Hey Katie's still up there on the high ground, moves across slow, getting to reposition. Genji's up there, Yuki's looking for Hey Katie, but there's a bunch of chaos down on the checkpoint as Reinhardt and Lucio pop their ultimates. Hey Katie is dropped down though, gets the kill on top of GMB. RQT hits his Zenyatta, but his team's missing.
Yeah, he wanted to use it to save his team, but unfortunately the Junkrat ult, the Riptide, managed to pick up another double kill, and the Chiefs, they're just linking their ultimates so well that, they use a whole bunch of ults and then another ult's up, and they use another ult and another ult's up, and Turmo's got this really huge gravity well ready to use at the moment, so man, I don't know, Spreadsheet, this is going to be the moment where they have to go in. Yuki's got the ult, Mosh unfortunately has nothing left either, but Spreadsheet, they can't let it go much longer. There's 45 seconds left on the clock. Here they come.
Yeah, the Lucio ult pop, but they go straight into that Zarya ult and Aporia charges and takes that rep straight away, and he hits them with a Reinhardt ult right there on the back line. Dorky jumps down on that Zenyatta ult. It's cleaned them up. Holy dude.
Yeah, Chiefs at the moment, man. Chiefs just looking like a unit that we haven't seen in a long time. They are looking strong as at the moment, and I can guarantee you they will be getting pumped up at the moment with 20 seconds left, holding this first point for so long against the number 1 team in the comp. Untitled Spreadsheet, they're going to be excited they can hold this off.
They're pushing here Untitled. This is their last opportunity of the match. Zarya goes down to the front line of the Chiefs. Both tanks caught in there, but they're still alive. Hey Katie gets the kill here in the background. Wash is still standing right in the middle. The rest of the Chiefs are ready to swarm around him as the Junkrat ult goes down to disrupt it. And only Yuki remains there. The overtime bar's going away. They force them out. Chief successfully defends here. Looking very good to get Sheriff Crisis' bounty of $100.
Oh man, it just got interesting, didn't it? Chiefs holding the first point against Untitled Spreadsheet for the whole map, and Turmo coming out here with player of the game on the Zarya here. Let's see how this pans out, Bobby.
Yeah, as the double Zarya ults go down, they just separate the teams, but they were able to get the better of the exchange here, even with a Lucio ult on top of Untitled Spreadsheet.
I have to say, although Turmo got the player of the game, he played exceptionally well that game. I was really impressed with Aporia's awareness on that tank there. He had multiple times when, Spreadsheet would use the Zarya ult, which they play off so often, and he used his Reinhardt shield to negate so much damage with the follow-up of Chiefs of Spreadsheet. So Aporia really coming out huge in this series, especially on Lee Jung Tower as well. He was really instrumental there.
And Mick, we saw the Chiefs players, especially with Dorky and Hey Katie, holding the high ground nice and strong.
Yeah, All G said it best. Dorky and Hey Katie, just really great positioning and just was able to rain down so much damage unanswered. There was just, I don't know. Did the Genji come out later on? It felt like there wasn't a Genji at the start because that high ground was just killing Untitled Spreadsheet so bad. But yeah, no, really well played by Dorky and Hey Katie, and yeah, just an all-round good performance. Smorglet's a beast on any character, but his Zenyatta tonight's been really good as well. And I saw him at one point, he just pressed Q and just stood there and didn't have to do anything because he just already was in
So
the
big.
perfect. He was already in the perfect position to heal his team, and it was just really nice play coming out from everyone.
So still, everyone, still got 2 competitions open right now, or 3 if you include the bounty, but still got the mug giveaway. So retweet Advisor's links that he posts in Twitch chat, so you have your chance of winning a custom-made Overwatch mug, courtesy of an anonymous person here on Twitch. So shout out to you know who you are. So thanks for helping us out here at GameStar and everyone else in the Overwatch community. So we also got that T-shirt giveaway. So type in !TEE in Twitch chat to have your chance to win in the raffle here that is currently happening in GameStar TV #1. We'll find out who's the winner after the grand final during the broadcast. So
Hey, guys.
be sure to follow also.
I'm
Yes.
going to just jump in. So the Chiefs must still win on attack
The
here
whole
to
thing.
earn their 2
Yeah.
points. If they cannot cap the point, complete their attack, we're going to be going into a tiebreaker, a single golden point on Lijiang Tower.
Right, thank you very much. As we get ready to go with the Chiefs, they've set themselves up to push on here. They want to be able to do this. They don't want to go to extra time. They want to take the win right now and go to the grand final and make the Woodcups with Aporia coming up nice and strong already. But he does do that commentator's curse. He gets taken down. The rest of our Untitled Spreadsheet push on here. They're going inside on the left-hand side with Raz. That's double kill.
Yeah, really great play there by Raz. I mean, we've focused a lot on the Chiefs tonight because, you know, they really are coming up against, you know, such a strong side here on Untitled Spreadsheet. But this is where Spreadsheet really need to show what they're made of here. They're down, you know, they're down 3-2 at the moment in this, and if they want to get back in it, they need to hold strongly on this first point, and the Chiefs are mucking around. Look at this flank coming in by Termo.
Yeah, Termo again. Oh, the Pori goes straight down though. Termo's still alive though. Got Max being popped though, so they have no defensive options from their tanks. As the rest of Untitled Spreadsheet push them out here. They're looking to split the Chiefs line up. And then we got the Chiefs being pushed away here. Yuki and RQT picking up kills. The Chiefs are scattered.
Yeah, the Chiefs, you know, they went in just a little bit too hard there, and unfortunately, Aporia got picked up basically instantly, and you know, there's not much you can do in that 5v6 scenario. It's interesting to see how Untitled Spreadsheet aren't really using that height advantage here. You know, they've got one person up there, I believe it's Raz, up on this top section here on this McCree, but the rest of them are just on the point at the moment. It's the Chiefs who are really, you know, pushing this thing here. I think they need to split up and go, you know, one couple through the side and break it in, but that was a great initiation by Aporia.
Yeah, they're going straight up the guts, but they go right into a Reinhardt ult. We've got a high move coming here from Hey Katie. The Mox is holding up that shield. No chance for Katie to get anything there.
Man, this is just so strong here on Untitled Spreadsheet. Anything that the Chiefs throw at them, they're basically just stopping like a brick wall at the moment. And man, this is really, really huge for Untitled Spreadsheet. They're under a lot of pressure at the moment. They're dealing with it absolutely perfectly.
Chiefs railing outside the checkpoint area. Going to go back into the same direction they did before. They're going straight up the guts, straight through the middle. Aporia leading the charge. Dorky's jumping up and down. It's like bunny hopping in Counter-Strike as the Diva ult goes flying into the back line. Terminate KP out kills. They split the defense here on Untitled Spreadsheet. Smolka hits the Zenyatta ult. They're pushing forward here, the Chiefs. About to take down Mosh. He charges straight to Smolka, but he's unable to get hurt. He finishes them up with a beautiful double kill.
Yeah, Dorky just holding onto that Death Blossom right to the end, making sure that he can get as many people as possible. Termo once again with a really, really great Diva ultimate. So here we go. The payload's moving. The Chiefs have 5 minutes to make sure that they can get this to the next checkpoint and keep it moving. So let's see what the Chiefs do when they push forward. They definitely have the momentum at the moment.
Aporia might want to kick his head in the game instead of having a cry there as Untitled Spreadsheet holding on here near the bookshop. And Mick, we saw this as being a very close game.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried there for a while, but they managed to get the team wipe, and here comes the big street fight. Wow.
All the ult's been popped here. Raz picks up a beautiful double kill here. Untitled are going to take the advantage of that, push forward, and then Mosh and Raz pick up kills for themselves.
Yeah, unfortunately, they hit a really great Reinhardt ultimate and got, 3 people, but one of the great things about Zenyatta on this map is the ultimate covers such a wide section. These streets are so condensed, so great damage mitigation there coming out by RQT to make sure that they didn't get that in.
Chiefs look to be on tilt here as the salt continues on their team, and they fall straight into the traps here, so they might want to get their head in the game instead of on the chat.
Yeah, I think at the moment the Chiefs just look a little bit rattled. I mean, you're absolutely right. Unfortunately, they just need to make sure that they focus, they pull together. They still can do this, that all it requires is one really good team fight. They've got the small little ultimate ready to go up. They've just got to stay grouped and see if they can get a pick here and, not let themselves be their worst enemy. They've got the upper hand at the moment. They're looking strong. They've just got to play it out.
The ult comes in from Mosh, so goes straight into the shield of Aporia. Aporia charges in, but the Lucio ult on top of Untitled Spreadsheet keeps them nice and healthy, and they're going to win the fight.
Yeah, Spreadsheet at the moment, they're just really just feeding off this energy that the Chiefs are providing at the moment, and look how strong they move as a unit, and at the moment they've got RQT's ultimate ready to go, and I think at the moment the Chiefs, they're going to have probably 3 ultimates up in a couple of seconds, or actually 4 ultimates up, so this is the moment where they need to come in, and this is much better from, look at them, they're coming around the side here. They're not going down the guts, they're going to switch it up a bit. Aporia's looking in, he's got the Discord off, he's got to be careful though.
Yeah, the Lucio pops that ult, keeps everyone nice and healthy. D-roll goes down, doesn't hit anyone, but splits the back line here. All of Untitled Spreadsheet. Yada ult coming over the top to keep everyone nice and healthy. As GMB is looking for some kills here, he's right in the mix of it. Termo has that defense matrix up. They're pushing on here with getting kills on the back line of Untitled Spreadsheet. Yuki still remains though, so they've got to look out for him. They've got the Discord over on him. Hey, Katie picks a double kill on him though, pushing back GMB. He's still there though. No one's on the payload though. They might have taken down people here, but no one's in the payload.
Yeah, unfortunately they committed so many people forward to make sure they can get this payload moving. They've got no one moving the payload, as you said, but here comes ZOWIE now. Finally, Lucio's coming in. They've got some people on this payload, and the Chiefs, they had to use a lot of ultimates to get that payload moving though, and they're going to have to go up against an Untitled Spreadsheet Zarya ultimate combo probably in the next 20 seconds or so.
1 minute and 52 seconds remain as the ultimates come up for Untitled Spreadsheet. They're going to be able to hold here as the payload comes around for one last big fight to see if the Chiefs can move on or not into the next section of the map. Mosh pushes forward with GMB going straight for their tanks, but Mosh falls down. That's very aggressive.
Yeah, just a little bit too aggressive here, and it may have actually given the Chiefs an opportunity to come in here. If they can pick up GMB, the ultimate's gone down. Katie coming as well.
Zarya ult has been nullified from that Zenyatta ult, keeping everyone healthy here on the Chiefs. Yuki goes down for a death force, but has been caught out.
Yeah, the Chiefs, that's much better. They've seen the shake off that little distraction that they had in the first, probably a couple of minutes ago, and they've moved it up to this checkpoint, last checkpoint. 3 minutes to go, and Termo's got his ultimate up, which is really great in this situation here. It's such a condensed area, this Foundry section. I think if the Chiefs can just hold on, wait for the Oriole to come up, they may be able to storm in here and actually get a couple of picks, and GMB's ultimate's not up for a while on Zarya, so Dorky's looking for an in now at the moment. Chiefs just have to hold on.
Looking teleported up there, he's jumped back down, he's looking for people. The Aporia gets the first kill of the fight as we have the Zenyatta ult here for RQT, keep people unhealthy, but Aporia gets a double kill though, even though those ults are being put down from Untitled Spreadsheet. Lucio ult here for the Chiefs, they're going to push in. GMB's been forced away from the rest of his team. Raz is going to get caught out, hits the flash on Turbo, and they've taken him down. The Lucio ult for Revs, but it doesn't matter as he's been caught out. He's the only one left alive. Yuki needs to come in and save the day. Before he ships in, they take him out and the Chiefs win, and they're going to move on to the grand final.
Yeah, congratulations to the Chiefs beating Untitled Spreadsheet for the first time here in the ZOWIE GameStar Overwatch League, and wow, what a huge play there by the Chiefs to pull it all together and push themselves over the line. And
and here the Pentagon's playing the game with Mosh. Lambing people down. It's a big double kill for him.
Yeah, really well played there by Mosh.
Mick, we have finally seen Untitled Spreadsheet lose in the past 5 weeks. Even more.
Yeah, no, very well played by the Chiefs, and even through adversity, I thought we were going to see them go full tilt when they got that first point and didn't get declared the winners. So, just the rule set from the Heroes League and the ZOWIE game, so they just got mixed up, and yeah, there was a bit of flack over that in the chat, but it's the same rules that it's been all week, I think. So I don't know if somebody wants to reiterate that.
Yeah,
I'll jump in there,
go on.
boys. So the rules right from the very start, and I can even quote the number to you, is 4.6.5. There's a tiebreaker at the end of the map, the 3 maps, if the scores are exactly equal, and you can get an equal score because we have a bonus point system in place. And it's all there in, it's all defined in 4.6, the scoring section. We don't use straight stopwatch, and we haven't since the inception of, well, I think about week 3 of Jamstar, and that's carried over through. So in the end, despite a little bit of sprinkling of salt, the Chiefs Esports Club, they take that semi-final 4-2, and they crack open the bounty for Untitled Spreadsheets. They're going to take an extra $100. So regardless of what happens to in the grand final, they will be taking home at least $160. They might even take home $220 for their efforts tonight. So good effort from the Chiefs Esports Club in this. So we've got to choose an MVP. So back to you, Bobby J, to
Absolutely.
take us through that.
And that nominee will be going into the draw to win one of 3 Plantronics Rig 500 HC 7.1 gaming headsets. So, All G, who is your MVP nominee?
I think there was a lot of really good players in the whole series. I mean, Yuki's Genji in the first point was really, really great on Untitled Spreadsheet. But I actually want to give it to Aporia simply because he's not known for playing those tank heroes as much for the Chiefs. And he was really, really important on Li Jiang Tower playing that Winston, just getting a lot of disruption and holding a strong front line. And in that, in the first defense that the Chiefs had to hold round 1 of the final game on Kings Row, he came out really big, playing some really, really great Ryan Hart plays. So I'll have to give it to Aporia for my Plantronics MVP.
Thank you very much. And what about you, Mick?
Poirier definitely showed a lot of versatility. Normally, he sticks to that Lucio and played a few different characters tonight, so I think he's definitely well deserving of it. I was going to give it to Snowblind, but he's not in this game, so
congratulations.
No shots fired. No shots fired. I like Snowblind. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding.
There's a bit of a silent Twitch chat, so keep enjoying it. But we're going to take a quick break here. So shout out for Aporia for winning the nominee. So we're going to take a quick break and be back with your grand final between the Chiefs and the Woodcocks here on GameStar TV1's broadcast of the ZOWIE GameStar Overwatch League. We'll see you shortly.